Welcome back. You're watching Markets at Noon. Now let's invite Mr. Rajiv Suri, the Managing Director and CEO of Shoppers Stop. He's joining us here on Markets at Noon after the quarterly results came out. Hi, Mr. Suri. Good afternoon. If I look at your same-store sales growth performance, it's at 3.6%. But, you know, this is a figure we've seen on a low base. There was a guidance of 7.5%. Why is this the case? You know, is it maybe because you have to wait for the festive period that will be factored in? Maybe we will see you back on track Q3 onwards?
At 3.6% growth, we are quite satisfied with that, mainly due to the shift in the festive season. If you see July, we were like-for-like plus 7.5%. August, we were plus 10% like-for-like growth. So the fundamentals are strong. If you look at the Puja like-for-like sales, which is comparing the exact time to last year, we were actually plus 19% like-for-like, so it was a fantastic performance in the East. And Diwali, if you were to work our way back and see first 2 weeks performance this year versus last year, we are again having double-digit growth. So I think the shift in the festive season has created some impact in quarter 3. We are hoping that in quarter 2, we are hoping that in quarter 3 that we will come to about 7.5% growth, and that should be reflected in our numbers.
Please help us understand your plan to expand profitability from the current level. Margins have also been stagnating in the mid-single digits.
So our plan to drive this upward is that we are working strongly and investing in our private brands business. We currently, our private brands business is at 10.3% for quarter 2, which has been the highest in the last 4 quarters. So there is some indication that there is a movement upwards in the private brands contribution. Longer term, we believe that our investments in private brands, setting up a studio, setting up a sampling unit, hiring the head of design, head of sourcing, and finally who have all joined us, and a president for private brands, is going to provide momentum to our margins, and we will continue to focus on developing that.
And from when can we start seeing the strategic changes being delivered? Do you have any target timeline in mind?
So as regards our private brands business, the team is in place. The studio would be ready probably by January 19. I would say the big impact is going to come in autumn winter 19. However, we should start to see some traction from spring summer 19.
You know, there's also been an increase in borrowing on a sequential basis. Can you throw light on that? Why is that the case? And would you require any kind of fundraising, infusion?
It's mainly due to working capital and our investments in inventory for the season and the build-up. It's a seasonal move, and I think that it will even out, and we should get to being zero by the end of the financial year.
Okay, now, you know, we're not very far away from Diwali. It's on November 7th. Sparkling times at Shoppers Stop. What's the festive season been like?
So at the moment, if we were to go by our numbers, both for Puja in the East as well as Diwali first 2 weeks trading, both have been double-digit growth. So for us, I think the customer is liking the product, is liking the personal shopper experience which we provide in our stores. The personal shopper experience is at its highest levels now, contributing to 13% of our sales. Our omni-channel business continues to also grow, and last quarter we grew 96% in our omni business. So I think that a combination of the customer experience, the right product in the store, the personal shopper is helping fueling the footfall to our stores. If you look at our customer entry numbers, they were flat versus last year, which is the best in the last 12 quarters where we had declining customer entry.
What about the omni-channel strategy? You know, how do you plan to increase digital contribution to revenues? are there grand plans for it? You know, when you do have the e-commerce companies which are throwing competition to the brick and mortar stores, what about the personal shopper experience as well that you have talked about?
So in terms of the personal shopper and providing experience to our customers, we've had excellent traction. Like I mentioned, 13% of our sales are coming from personal shoppers. This is against 10.5% last year, so there's a huge growth, which means that the customers are liking this service. We've started also personal shopper at home service now, where we are giving service at home to customers who don't have time to come to the stores. And a combination of these two have held us in good stead during this period. As regards omni-channel, we continue to grow strongly also in omni-channel at 96% growth. We've had a good reaction from customers. Our click and collect is now available from 50 stores. We are doing store to customer delivery from 37 stores. And we are servicing about 20,000 pin codes now.
Okay, we're going to leave it at that. That's Shoppers Stop higher in trade by about 3.5%. Here's wishing you happy Diwali in advance, and I'm sure good times ahead for the company as we head into Diwali.